everybody. Welcome back to another episode of our free-to-play Pool 1 to Infinite series. We are back today. We're still playing our Wolfsbane deck. Uh, we are going to be unlocking a few more cards today, make this get a little bit better. Currently, we have a couple things that are just not pulling their weight. Kazar's not quite good enough right now, not with the cards we have in it. Hawkeye's not doing enough. Quicksilver is pretty unfortunate to have in the deck. And Iron Man just doesn't really fit the theme we have going on here. So hopefully we'll unlock a few more today, and we'll fix it. Mex Fades, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. If you guys are curious and you want to learn some more, we do stream over at twitch.tv/ahuiho. The link will be in the description below. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll get right into it. This is why Quicksilver is not that good, to be honest. It's starting in your opening hand, and we don't want it. A 1 mana 2 power, if that's all that it does, is just not enough. You can see in the negative zone, it's really going to hurt. It's just negative power. This deck is tough, though. We don't have a lot of ways to get power into the negative zone. And Clintar. We might be retreating this one. There are just too many things that hurt our power. It is important to try and play into the unrevealed locations ahead of time to get into the Sanctum before it happens, as it were. But sometimes there's not really anything you can do about it, so you just can't. Anyways, I am going to play Nightcrawler and Ant-Man on the left, and then we're going to play Kazar, and then we will play Wolfsbane on turn 5. Oh, that's the Ironheart. This is going to be the card that carries us to Infinite. So we're going to play Kazar over here, and then we'll play the Wolfsbane. We're going to have to give them Mr. Fantastic, which is pretty unfortunate. But what can you do? Actually, no matter what we give them, we're giving them a really good turn 6. So it is kind of scary. But I think we're fine. I think they can have the Punisher and Mr. Fantastic, and we will still win. This is enough power to win the negative zone. Definitely. Against pretty much anything they draw. And they're also playing that. So I know that they're going to play Mr. Fantastic, and then they're also going to play the Punisher, which is a total of 5 power in mid, plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it possible for me to win? Mr. Fantastic gives 0 power mid. The Punisher gives 0 plus whatever I have, right? So it'll give 1, 2 power. He'll be at... Anything I have needs to give more than 3 power to the mid lane. And if that's not doable, then I can't play it. If I move this Nightcrawler out, this Ant-Man will lose 3 power. So I'm going to lose 3 power in negative zone, but 5 is enough. So this will go up to... It'll still be 1 power here, so we'll be at 4 power. And then Spectrum would be 8, 6. So we'd be at 6 power. If he plays a 6 power Mr. Punisher here, we are going to lose. So this is still losing. I think we cannot win in any circumstance, so we have to retreat. Unfortunately, the Mindscape gave him the perfect card to beat us, and they gave us a worthless Spectrum back. It's okay though. We're still climbing. We're almost to Odin. 3 ranks away, and we'll start being able to climb a bit faster. Unlocking Ironheart is also going to speed us up a ton. I'm noticing that while we're playing Mr. Fantastic, playing turn 1 into the mid lane is often just too many cards because we have 2 really weak cards in mid, and it really gives up the location. So I am going to play just full right, and then we'll play Mr. Fantastic turn 3. Normally I would be looking to play Kazar turn 4 and then Medusa Wolfsbane turn 5. Unfortunately, because of the Dream Dimension, I don't think it's going to work that way. Stuff is going to be pretty expensive. on turn 5. We'll only be able to play one card. And I'm not certain what that card's going to be. I guess we might as well still play the Khazar now so that the Wolfsbane's getting a bigger buff if we play it mid. Oh, and we're getting Spider-Woman. It's going to weaken our Mr. Fantastic. But that's fine. We're still doing fine in the mid lane. There's a decent chance we just play Wolfsbane here. I guess Punisher is a better Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane's going to give 5 power. Punisher gives at least 4, probably 6. And we'll have a decent chance to win here. I think we're going to win Wakanda. Just based on the way they're committing left. They are seeming to play an ongoing deck. They've got the... I guess it's only the Lizard. There's a decent chance they play Hulk. If they play Hulk on the right, we always lose. So that's kind of dangerous. Other ways we could win is... we could get up to 16 power mid, and then play an additional 8 power right for 15 on the right. How else could we do it? This will put us to 10 on the right. 11. So this is tying with Hulk, and then we win mid. I think this wins, so we are going to play this way. Because this is going to give us 17 power mid. We'll be up by 9 in mid lane. And then we'll be up even more on the right. So even if they manage to tie right, they're going to lose the tiebreaker. Oof, you got Hazmat and Sandman. There is a Hazmat deck I've been playing with Wong on my main account. It is very fun. It's not the worst pool 3 card. Sandman is very fun for countering the good pool 1 and 2 decks, making free-to-play players complain. So you could showcase it against me while I'm still doing this climb. Anyhow, that puts us at rank 13, 5 cubes already. We are getting there. One more card and we will upgrade card, and we will start seeing a little bit more. Sinister London's a really fun location. When I play a card here, it adds a copy. Unfortunately, we don't want to copy our Quicksilver because it's not a lot of power. We just want to copy all of our bigger stuff because we only get to copy 4 things. We did manage to make it in before Lechuguia, so we're not going to have to worry about getting rocks shuffled into our deck. An argument can be made that I should be playing Ant-Man in the Sinister London right away, and then playing for Khazar. But since we haven't drawn it yet, I'm a little worried about doing that. If we had Khazar, I would be more confident just spamming the 1-drops into Sinister London. We are going to just play Punisher. I think Punisher is good enough because unless they didn't commit, he's at least 6 power. And if they didn't commit, then he doesn't need to have 6 power. Not that he's amazing as a 3-drop, but he is definitely a playable 3-drop. Star-Lord can be really good into Sinister London, but I do want to play Ant-Man. And we might as well play the Medusa now. Even if we draw the rock, we can fill up our board with the cards we have in hand. This is enough, so we're just going to suck it up. Did I open any cards on the main today? We were planning to, and then we got ruined by the game broke. So we decided not to, and we just went straight here. I'll just play the Star-Lord and the Wolfsbane, and I'm pretty sure this always wins. The Wolfsbane is going to get copied with the extra power and then go again. The same would be true with Star-Lord if it actually hit. It would have been 5 and then 8 if it hit twice. No, the Wolfsbane is going to be 7 and then copy is 7 and then be 13. So it even beats that Giant Abomination. And we just played Khazar last turn, and it's an easy win. Bots don't know when to retreat, so it's a pretty simple 4 cubes here. And it was a quick and easy win. If you play it a little closer to the chest, you stall your plays a little bit more. You can sneak extra cubes out of bots because they will snap you if they think that they're winning, and then you can surprise victory. We are unlocking White Tiger there, so we can finally cut that Iron Man. Not that Iron Man is bad, but that he just doesn't fit in this deck. And with that, our playstyle is actually going to change as well. Oh, we also finished the thing. So we might as well collect our mission. Get our Season Pass XP. Then collect these Sentinel boosters. I think it's fine. You know, we aren't going to upgrade the Sentinel because it is generally not going to be a card that stays in our deck. We are going to end up getting rid of it. I think it's very likely we end up getting rid of it. And so we don't want to upgrade it because there is a premier way to upgrade cards to save credits, which is going to be what you're fighting when it comes to Season Pass XP. Oh, also, it looks like we do get Ironheart right now, so that's going to be a very big deal. Unlocking Ironheart is huge for the free-to-play deck. That's going to be our biggest card for the whole series. Ironheart's going to carry us almost the entire way. I can't click off of Khazar. We are going to cut probably the Punisher for Ironheart. I guess we can always get rid of Quicksilver, but I don't like getting rid of all these 1-drops if we have Khazar. So I'm down to cut the Punisher. I think it's 3-drop for 3-drop. Ironheart's just better. And now oh, we forgot to take a picture. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. We are currently doing a free-to-play to infinite pool 1, not just deck, but new account. So the whole way, and it's never going to use a pool 2 card, even if we have to unlock every pool 1 card, we're going to get to infinite with nothing but our starting pool 1 cards. Or die on the way. We have finished our first episode. We're currently recording the second. Skilled Theory. Seeing the Mindscape means we do need to go in before turn 5, so we just got to push as hard as we can. We're not as desperate to get into unrevealed locations anymore because we have Nightcrawler, we have White Tiger, and we have Mr. Fantastic as ways to get power in. Yep, only pool 1, not just free to play. It's free to play from the start with only pool 1. After Odin, make a new deck so I can complete the quests. What do you mean complete the... Oh, there's a quest to complete the new deck, to make a new deck? Yeah, I'll keep checking the quests and completing them as we get through. I think we do need to unlock Blue Marvel first to get to that point. Mr. Fantastic is going to crowd up the X-Mansion, but we want to play as much as we can because we need to empty our hand before the Mindscape goes off. We don't want to be giving them any cards. We hit Rogue, which is really unfortunate. It's not going to do anything. It's just 3 mana, 1 power. And theirs is going to steal our Mr. Fantastic. So very good for them, very bad for us. Oh, and we crashed. Well, like I said before, if you were here for the last video, we did crash a couple of times. The game is still in beta. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you are... the game has been released, and you are enjoying the full release of the game. But currently, the game is in beta, and it crashes a lot. That's okay, though. We're still going to win. We're still going to make it to infinite, even despite these crashes. We're still fine. On turn 4, we're going to... Oh, our cards don't have names. We're going to play Khazar, and then on turn 5, we're going to spam everything into the Avengers compound and play Wolfsbane. We'll just give them whatever we top deck. Hopefully we don't top deck Iron or White Tiger. It's not Iron Man anymore. We did unlock White Tiger. So we're just going to give them a Sentinel, and I think that's fine. And we'll even snap them back because we're going to have a ton of power on the right, and our Nightcrawler can move out as well. Nope. So they only have a Sentinel, and we even have an Odin, which is huge for power on the right. So they have a Sentinel plus their top deck, and we can just Odin them. Odin always wins right, so I'm totally fine with this. If you haven't seen Odin yet, his on reveal effect is to activate the on reveal effects of the rest of the cards at that location. So by playing Odin, Wolfsbane goes off again for an additional 6 power. Which is just too much power for him to beat. You can't do it. So there's 8 more cubes, and we're climbing. We do need to create a new deck, so we might as well do that now. There's no reason to wait. Radwade is correct, so let's just go ahead and say Odin. Soon. And we'll even get ready for the Odin deck. Is this a deck you can copy, Hacks for Dave? This is a deck everyone can copy. We are currently collection level 14 or 15 or maybe 16, something like that. We are doing a free-to-play to infinite with only pool 1 cards as well. So even if we do eventually finish pool 1, we will only use pool 1 cards for our whole way to infinite. And we're going to showcase that a pool 1 deck can hit infinite just as much as the pool 3 decks can. Unfortunately, since we don't have Odin, this is pretty much what's going to be in our deck for now. I guess we can just filler add in. We have Wolfsbane. We'll throw in the White Tiger. We can put in Sentinel and just add filler to get there for the last cards for this deck. But it's not going to be ideal. And we're just doing this because we want the mission for creating a new deck. That's going to get us another Season Pass level. We have our Ironheart avatar, which is my favorite avatar. If you've watched me before, you know that's the one I usually choose. So we're back to Ironheart. And I believe we're collection level 12. So in 2 ranks, we're going to unlock Odin. And then we will make it to infinite off that Odin deck. That's the game plan. There is a world where we try to play Dino Nova Carnage. Like the good old days before it was nerfed. It can win, so I think that deck could also make it to infinite. I don't know if Star-Lord counts this. It does not, but I guess Wolfsbane is even worse, so. Change the deck, Rico18 Roos. You are correct. Just kidding, actually. We didn't play that new deck we made. We're still playing the old one, so I don't need to change the deck. We just made a deck for the quest. We're not actually using that until we unlock Odin and fill it out. Wait to get Odin before opening next Season Pass reward. I might just get Odin variant. I think you're guaranteed to get an Odin variant. I had one on my main account for the longest time, but I was not happy about it. I think we just skipped turn 2. It was because I was looking at chat. I definitely should have played the Nightcrawler and then played Ironheart on 3 instead of Mr. Fantastic. But I was watching chat. And that is why we skipped turn 2. I think Khazar will win Atlantis unless he plays more stuff there, and then he has to hard commit to Atlantis, so this is fine. We are getting snapped because the bot and it thinks that it's winning. It's great for us. It's great news. I'm going to play like this, and we can sneak in some more power. You don't have Odin, you got Wolfsbane? Oh, interesting. I had the Odin variant on my main account. For now, I definitely should not have played Hawkeye. By playing Hawkeye, I give Ironheart more targets to buff, and that is a bad thing for this deck. I do not want Ironheart to be buffing. Although, if we move Nightcrawler left, that is 9 power. and then this would be 12, 13, 14. So this is tying in Sakar, and now it actually matters. So maybe there's a good reason to do it. Because in this world, it actually is winning to have played left. So we don't even need to win mid and right. We just need one buff and we win left. And even if we don't, we're tied, so it's just total power, which we're already winning on. We forgot to snap, so we made it in before the end. They retreat. And it's just that easy. Eddie Pearson, you're climbing so fast now that you know how to actually play the game, smashing these bots and you're already at 23. You'll be back to 50 in no time. Absolutely, Eddie. I'm really confident in you guys. If you watch the Retreat Equity video, you're definitely going to be climbing pretty fast. For those of you who haven't seen it, if you're watching the YouTube video, it is my oldest YouTube video. It's going to be the first one on the channel. So if you go back and look at when to retreat and when to fold, it's a pretty short 2-minute video on just understanding your odds and how much, like what retreating actually costs and when you should retreat. The big takeaway from the video is that if it's a 50-50, you should be snapping your opponent. You should never retreat at a 50-50 under any circumstances. Where's the video? If you're in the Twitch chat, it's !retreat to get the link for the video. It's on my YouTube. For those of you watching from YouTube, we do stream on Twitch live if you guys want to ask your questions, live and get an immediate response. I'm usually here at twitch.tv/ahuiho. We'll have a link down below in the description. That video was very interesting. Thanks, Hacks for Dave. Oh, we forgot to end our turn. Hopefully we can do our free-to-play to infinite pretty quickly in not too many segments of video. We already lost our Atlantis buff. It's pretty not chill. But Khazar plus all these squirrels is definitely pretty good. So we can make that work. I forgot to change the deck in the screenshot on the right. No, I did not. These cards are correct. The screenshot has this deck. We didn't play the different deck that we made. We just made a different deck and called it Odin Soon TM for the quest at Rico 18 Roos. But the deck we were playing is still the same one. Hey, no worries, man. I appreciate you reminding me to change it all of the times where we did forget, because we have been forgetting a lot. I'm sure everybody watching on YouTube also appreciates you reminding me to update it. So thank you very much for that, and please continue to do it. I believe we are winning Atlantis already, but let's throw the tiger down here and then send the tiger, the 7-power tiger, over to the right. Hopefully it lands in Central Park, but even if it hits Atlantis, I think we're happy with that. We lock down Atlantis. And we just need 5 power to win on the right. Unfortunately, we're not going to hit it. Most we can do is 4, which will get us to 10, and then we will tie the right. We are going to do that because we win most power if we tie a lane. So getting to 10 is going to put him at 10. And then we have 21 power to their 8 mid. So we win on the tiebreaker. But it's a shame that we can't win the right. Radway, you're on level 22. Maybe when I get there, you'll try queuing into me and destroy me with the swarm deck. Good luck, Rad. I don't think you can face humans until you hit at least rank 30. I'm pretty sure it's bots all the way up till rank 30. In my experience, it was bots all the way up to rank 40, but I've heard some stories about people playing players at rank 38, so maybe, who knows. How did I... Oh, I miscounted the Ant-Man. It was actually 5 power because of the Khazar, so we were always winning. I thought we were winning off the tiebreaker, and I forgot to snap them. So, we lost 4 cubes from negligence there. We'd be climbing even faster. We need to complete a daily mission for our current things. That's going to be kind of tough. Oh, we need to play a match with our new deck. Let's play one match with the new deck, and then we'll switch right back. I'm intentionally not updating the screenshot because we are going to switch right back to our deck after this match. Looks like the Punisher is going to be really strong in the Savage Land. And we can even White Tiger into the vault. So that's pretty exciting. Current game plan is we're going to play, on turn 5, we'll play White Tiger in mid lane. And then on turn 6, we will play Hulk in Atlantis or in Savage Land. Actually, we'll just play the Punisher here. And we're going to commit to White Tigering mid. And if it hits, it hits. If it misses, we just cry. I suppose we could also play it here and then guarantee it goes left. It's either hitting the Savage Land or it's hitting the vault. Either way, we're happy. Or we can play it in the vault and guarantee 10 power. This will bring us up to 10 power in the vault. And then the Tiger goes either to Atlantis or Savage Land, and Hulk wins the other one. I think this is the winning play.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, snap.
And the Hulk will win Atlantis.
It's clobbering time.
Easy clap.
Victory.
And there's another upgrade, so we are collection level 13 now. We're only 1 away from our Odin. With being limited to 200 boosters a day, that does make it... Oh, we don't have to play this deck twice. So let's complete our mission. I'm not going to bother reconnecting to that game right away. What's our variant? Ant-Man. That's pretty awesome. We are going to play Ant-Man probably the entire time we play this deck, so I'm very happy with that. I forgot to listen to a viewer who said to wait and see if we could get the Odin variant. It wasn't thinking when I did it, so sorry, viewer. But Ant-Man's a pretty good one. Pretty happy with that. We're guaranteed to have... We have something we're guaranteed to play. What do I need to do? So we're good on that deck. We can switch back to deck 1. We can reconnect. We lost a cube because we left, but I think that's fine. Oh, we didn't actually lose the cube. Interesting. It's probably because it's a bot. We can kind of use the Nightcrawler to make sure that Tiger can't go somewhere and then still have it. Yes, I do have an alternate art version of Odin on my main. It just would have been nice for the Odin deck on here to have a variant, I think, because this is a free-to-play 2 infinite with pool 1 only, which means Odin is the card that we're playing, you know? That is our carry. But fortunately we hit Ant-Man, and that's totally fine, because Ant-Man is definitely something we're playing to infinite with Odin in pool 1. There are a lot of excellent pool 1 cards that I get to add in. I think we do need to pick between Medusa and Mr. Fantastic pretty soon, though. It is very tough to have both of these cards because they want to be played mid, and so it's difficult to play other stuff. We do want to take over the Baxter building, so I think the game plan is Ironheart and then Star-Lord Wolfsbane, or even maybe Jessica Jones, to take the Baxter building.
Clear for takeoff.
But we can't actually Jessica Jones there, so it is a little tough. We'll Tiger, and then we'll Nightcrawler left. I think this wins. Even if the Tiger goes mid, we can move the Nightcrawler left with Jessica Jones, and that's enough to win.
Opponent snapped.
Jessica Jones is going to be 8 power. If we play Wolfsbane, something like Punisher plus Wolfsbane, that's 13, so it is a little bit more. And a little bit more power is going to flip the Baxter building, which is going to take 3 power away from them and give it to us. Which is almost going to, certainly going to win us mid, and it's a huge flip right, but not enough. Yeah, even just the Punisher was enough to flip right. But with the Wolfsbane, it was way overboard. Alright, we have 2 cards we can upgrade. What are they? Ant-Man. We can upgrade our Ant-Man. Let's go ahead and do that, since it's our variant version. And that does unlock us Odin. Congratulations, everyone. We're playing Odin now. So let's start switching over to our Odin deck and see how we're going to do it. Hulk can go. Odin is in. Jessica Jones is too expensive in an Odin deck, so that can go. I think we're just going to play as many 1-drops as we can, ideally. Generally, I like to have 6 1-drops in my Odin deck. So I think that something like this is definitely going to be a bit better. I do think that Misty Knight is probably better than Quicksilver, because we're already going to hit a 1-drop. I do need to update the deck profile photo before before Rico reminds me. I gotta be careful. Rico will come for me if I don't. There we go. And then we're gonna win with Odin starting in our deck, and we're also playing that deck, which is 2 missions that are gonna be very helpful for us climbing the season pass. We can use the season pass to get some boosters for these cards that we don't have enough for yet. I'm looking forward to playing. We don't have to play into the unknown with this deck anymore, because we have White Tiger and Mr. Fantastic and Nightcrawler, which is wonderful, so we can always get into the Sanctum and those difficult to get into locations, like the Crimson Cosmos. Playing the Khazar deck against bots feels illegal. Yep, it just farms 8 cubes every time. That's what we're going to play in our Pool 2 to Infinite deck. So, spoilers, but there is a Khazar deck that we're going to play for our Pool 2 to Infinite run. Coming soon, TM. So on turn 4, we're going to play Ironheart and Nightcrawler. On turn 5, we're going to play White Tiger. And then turn 6, hopefully we'll play Odin. You got Iceman, by the way, and put him in it? Yep, that's a fine addition. Uh-oh. That's making life difficult. Okay. This being the case, we need to hurry up and play as much as we can in the kiln this turn. I think it's Ironheart. And the Nightcrawler. We may have just lost because of Kiln showing up with Crimson Cosmos. But we'll see. You're at 24 already, Eddie? I'm glad to hear it. It's really good, man. Alright, so we're going to play the White Tiger and we're going to play Khazar. We don't have to play Khazar, though, so maybe we play the Tiger first. And then if it goes left, we have to play Khazar. I guess we're just praying that it goes right, because we want a Sentinel plus Khazar final turn, but if we have to, it's fine to just play Khazar without the Sentinel. It's unfortunate, but I think we won Lumeria anyways.
Iron Man.
So it's okay. Because we just move the Nightcrawler here, and then we play Khazar. We can give up the Kiln, since we're losing it no matter what we do. And just play as much as we can in the Crimson Cosmos. A better play may have been to play Khazar left, and then play White Tiger. At Max Vades, you think I used the wrong deck? What do you mean?
Victory.
What deck do you think I'm using? Oh, I didn't switch over to Odin Soon TM. You're correct. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder, Max Vades. I really appreciate it. It definitely helps get us over to what we want. Eddie Pearson, you were right at 49 before the switch. That's such a shame, man. 50 would have been a nice get before you switched. Anyhow, we don't have to play in the middle, especially with Los Diablos. It's going to ruin a bad location for us. I'm very happy to just play here. It's unfortunate we gave his Rocket Raccoon power, but what can you do? We want to play out as much as we can. I am going to play the Nightcrawler on the right because with Odin and Wolfsbane, I want to play all of my other cards that have on reveals and then play Wolfsbane in this lane and then move the Nightcrawler out for space for Odin. It's unfortunate it's the X Mansion, but we still have Nightcrawler so we can move it out. With Onslaught Citadel, the Punisher is very powerful. It's very difficult to beat him. He's a 10 power 3-drop if they fill it up. And if they don't fill it up, he's still strong enough. Well, that's unfortunate. We get the Shocker, and they got Swordmaster. But it discarded their Iron Man, so that's good news. So I got two options. I can play Wolfsbane now, or I can Mr. Fantastic. And I think Wolfsbaning now is a little sketch, so we'll play Mr. Fantastic. It isn't looking great for us. We probably retreat this game. I think Ironheart plus Odin is a better win con than Wolfsbane plus Odin. So we're going to play the Ironheart. Jamil could be a real player. No, we're currently ranked in Iron, and you don't face real players until after level 30. Guaranteed. Alright, we're going to move over into the middle lane because we're already winning that lane. So this will give us 13 power and 11 or in 10, and then Ironheart should be enough to carry.
Oh, snap.
So we are going to snap because I think it's around 50-50. We're winning mid. We're losing right. We need way too much left, so we actually lost the game even with what I thought was a 50-50.
Defeat.
Oops, I forgot to upgrade the Wolfsbane. So let's go ahead and do that now. I think we did crash once again. Yep. Is that a brand new patch that just hit this second? That's an old reminder about patches, yeah? Anyways, we get the Wolfsbane upgrade. We do need to hit level 18 for our first pool 1 card. We're looking for a lot of the 1-drops in pool 1. Is there a list of my Odin deck on my main account? I don't believe I have it screenshotted because we don't play it very often. Since it isn't as good, it's just that it's still possible to climb with it. And I am going to upgrade Sentinel. I think it's good enough to infinite split it. It's one of the better cards that you have access to in pool 1. So upgrading Sentinel is fine. And it is going to let us unlock a few more cards a little bit earlier. Every time... Ooh, Khazar boosters. Nice. Every time you see Iceman, you insta think of the Iceman in the Incredible movies. Hey, we got Enchantress unlocked. It's not very good for us, but it was a very good card at one point. That is enough for us to upgrade Khazar from uncommon to common. Or vice versa, from common to uncommon. And then we're also going to get Owatu. Now, Owatu isn't very good, but he is another 1-drop, and he's better than Misty Knight. And I think I want to cut these two and just have 6 1-drops. So I think this is the list we're going to play for now until we start getting some better cards in Pool 1. But for now, this is definitely good enough. Quicksilver's unfortunate. I'm really hoping to replace him. It's the #1 thing I'm looking to replace in this deck. We're leaving the right lane open because that's our plan, is to play Wolfsbane, White Tiger, Odin, and Ironheart in the right lane. I understand it's weird to play Wolfsbane with nothing lane, but we're going to Odin on top of him, and so he doesn't need to get the buff the first time around. But we have to play it this turn, because if we don't and we draw Ironheart, we can't play Ironheart with the Wolfsbane. See? And the next turn we will play White Tiger, and then the turn after we will play Odin. And this is how the Odin combo works. We'll move the Nightcrawler out in order to play Odin.
Oh, snap.
I am all seeing.
Oh, Atu, you're late. So we have the the structure of our deck coming together. And Odin's going to double the White Tiger and the Ironheart. So we're going to win the left lanes pretty handily here. Even though they have 52 power and Onslaught Citadel, it just doesn't matter. Because we win left and mid so hard. Although we might lose mid because the Tigers went left both times. That's pretty unlucky. I think we're still fine. We would have lost if that Ant-Man was played mid. Because the Tigers went left both times, unfortunately. Was really hoping they'd go mid, but what can you do? You can't always make it happen. We are going to upgrade our Tiger because this is the deck we are playing to Infinite. So these are the only cards we're going to Infinite Split. Oh, and we crashed again. We are going to be crashing quite a lot. Like I said, the game is still in beta. Hopefully for those of you watching this on YouTube, the game has been released for you already and the crashes have been solved. But for now, it will consistently crash. Oh, we did hit Tinker's Workshop on turn 1. That lets us Medusa early. I'm very happy to play Medusa into the unknown in mid. It's a lot of power. Oop, especially with Hala. Interesting. 5 power Domino. It's unfortunate. I have to play Ironheart here if I want to get the Hawkeye buff. I honestly don't. I'm just going to Ironheart in Adelan because I want to make sure I have my Odin lane set up properly. I remember thinking early on that Medusa and Hawkeye are great cards. I think Hawkeye is pretty bad. Medusa's decent. For 2 mana, 4 power is better than baseline, but 1 mana, 3 power is just not enough. It's 1 mana 3 power with like asterisk on it, where you have to play something that's not great in order for that to work that way, and that's why it's not great. We only have 4 cards left in the deck and 2 chances to redraw our Odin, so we're gonna still plan around playing Odin in Atalan. And we did draw it, so we are gonna Odin Atalan. We're gonna send a Tiger over to the left. We possibly should have moved a Nightcrawler to mid to guarantee it goes left, but since we're sending 2 Tigers, I think it's fine. We have enough power mid. We didn't need to guarantee both Tigers left, so this is fine. Yeah, Medusa's, you have to play her mid. That's why she's not great, but she's still fine. She's definitely playable. This is winning with Odining the Tiger. We definitely lose right, but we don't need to win right. We're always winning left and mid. We're not always winning left. It's only 15 power left. But if an Ironheart buff hits left, we are always winning. Because then it'll be 17, and they would need 12 power, which they just don't have with that. There are cards that could do it, but at this rank, you're not expected to see them. The bots can't even have Giganto and stuff like that yet. It's our first Odin upgrade. It's good to see. We do have some Season Pass XP to claim, so let's do that in between games here. Winning with Odin starting in your deck is pretty easy. We need to win 10 matches. We are getting pretty close to already finishing this out. And there is our Gamora. Unfortunately, Gamora is not a very good card. We will get another variant at level 18, and then Blue Marvel at level 20. So I'm hoping to see those. Oh, and we crashed again. Your variants were for Medusa and Cyclops. That is unlucky, Omar. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better in the future for you. The Space Throne. That is interesting. It is very difficult for us to win in the Space Throne, so it is plausible. It would be reasonable for us to just give it up. The strongest card we could ever put there is Odin at 8 power. We could get a Tiger there and then Ironheart buff it. That's possible. Yeah, it's not unfortunate because of the cards. It's unfortunate because Medusa and Cyclops are both effectively unplayable. The negative zone as well. This is going to be a really tough fight for us. Hopefully we draw Ironheart here. Oh, and Subterranea. Okay, it's like that. We're just going to pass. I don't want to play into this yet. I want to know what I'm going to draw. We need to get as much power as possible at this point. It's really not looking great for us, but what can you do? I'll play the Ant-Man. If we draw White Tiger and then Odin, we should have played Wolfsbane, but in any other situation, it's fine that we waited. Oh, we did draw the Tiger. An argument could be made for me playing Tiger on Space Throne, but I think that this is fine. We are going to win the Space Throne with a Quicksilver. Oh, I guess not. The Tiger goes left. Owatsu, you're late.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, and this will be 9, 10, 11, 12 power, so we're actually going to hit 14 on the right. We lose to Khazar, but outside of that, I think we're fine. It's definitely more than a 50% chance for us to win, so I am going to snap back. We also could lose to Ironheart as well. But we win against this, so we're fine.
Victory.
A lot of people would not have snapped back there, but I think it's important to snap back when you have a 50-50 shot. Snapping is good for you, not bad. If you're anything better than 50-50, I should say. "50-50 is the break-even point for snap, for if you should or should not snap." Is that a better way to put it? Alright. Mantis is a fun one. Another Space Throne game. These games have been tough. We're just going to Star-Lord in the Kiln. Either he plays in the Kiln or he wastes space on the right and runs out of time to play in the Kiln. So this is still winning. Alright. The good news is this forces the Tiger left. So Tiger's always going to be in the Space Throne. Or in Titan if we decide we want it in Titan. We do need Odin to win, or Wolfsbane actually. This does it, right? 7 power. So we'll be at 13 and they will be at 12. That's a win. Even if they win the Space Throne. Wow, they randomly tied the Kiln. That's terrifying. I was not expecting the Tiger in the Space Throne.
Victory.
But we won. Alright, we are getting close to finishing out the season pass for recruits. I think we will possibly upgrade one more card before the end of the video. Oh, we discarded our Ironheart. I am very much incentivized to retreat now. Constantly going to be thinking about retreat. Ironheart is the strongest card in our deck, by far. I think it's very good at setting up sneaky wins. Dark Dimension is very good for getting bots to snap you. They have played weak into Sokovia, so I am a little bit confident there. We're going to hope they play in Monster Metropolis this turn. I'm thinking they will. And we're right. We did guess correctly. It is a Punisher, which is kind of scary, but... I think we're in a good spot. Ooh, we're getting Spider-Woman. That's actually really bad for us. We are also going to Odin turn 6.
Opponent snapped.
And this is going to be enough to win. So might as well leave it. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that sometimes we win mid, and sometimes we don't. Okay, we won mid. We're good. There were a lot of things that could have beaten us mid, but not in this pool. So I was pretty confident. If he played mid, I would have been less confident. But I thought it was more than 25%. It wasn't enough for us to snap, but it was enough to stay in. If you're still wondering on when you should snap and when you should retreat, you can go ahead and look at the old... Oh, we crashed again. You can go ahead and look at our oldest YouTube video on when to stay in and when to retreat. It's about 2 minutes long. It's very helpful for your knowledge of retreating, which is kind of the point of this guide as well, this free-to-play to infinite with Pool 1, because really the way to get to infinite with Pool 1 isn't to be extremely good at the game or have all these great cards. It's knowing when to retreat. Uatu on turn 1 is really nice. Lechuguilla, Subterranea, it's all rocks. So we definitely want to get into Lechuguilla before it can spawn. Before it can make any troubles for us. And then we're going to get 5 rocks next turn no matter what we do. So that's pretty unfortunate, but... it's still fine. For the record, we are not playing Uatu just so that we can see these locations, although it is somewhat helpful. We're playing Uatu because we want 1-drops, and we don't have them yet in our collection. As we unlock other 1-drops, we are going to be cutting Quicksilver, and then Misty Knight, and then Uatu. And then probably Hawkeye. But until then, we're fine. We're just going to keep these. Welcome back, Galaxy749. We are currently doing a free-to-play to infinite from Pool 1 cards only on a brand new account. So it's not going to start at level 70. It's not going to have any Pool 2 cards or higher. And we are going to do the majority of the climbing before we unlock them all. We are most likely going to do it with an Odin deck, but there is a chance, depending on what we unlock early, that we might hit like some kind of Nova Dino Carnage and play nerfed Carnage deck to win. Looks like we are going to lose, though. In fact, we should just retreat this because we can't win. Oh, we missed our retreat. Which is very unfortunate. But Season 2 has started on a rough note for you, Galaxy. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Maybe there's a world that we win mid. I don't think there is, but maybe. Bots are bad. There was a world. We won. We sneak in a win. I would not have played this out if it was not a bot, but I know it's a bot because we're still low enough ranks, so we can sneak in these four extra cubes. That is going to upgrade our Ironheart, which is going to get us 1 new card. And that is going to do it for today, I think. We hit Namor, which is decent enough. It would be a good enough add-in if we weren't playing this deck. It might honestly be a good enough add-in even with this deck, with the cards that are currently in here. So let's go ahead and throw in Namor. And we'll cut Quicksilver. We'll put in our boy Namor. We're going to update our deck picture. And that is going to do it for our episode 2 of our free-to-play to infinite. We're going to end at rank 19. We climbed a little bit slower after the tutorial, but we were unlocking a lot of cards this episode. So hopefully next episode we're going to get a few more cards, maybe some of the 1-drops slid in for our Odin. Once we hit rank 40, we are going to start needing those 1-drops, but we will be climbing pretty consistently up to rank 40 with this deck. That's going to be it for this episode, so thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.